What's happening, party people? This is RogueMogul. Just on my way home from work on a beautiful Friday. It's hot as balls, 100 fucking degrees. Yoinks! So something I've never asked you guys, which I've been meaning to ask, is how did you find my channel? I'd love to know. If you guys could put a comment down in the comment section below about how you found my channel, that would be awesome. Actually, before you do that, I'd love some more information. I'd love to know how you found my channel and what made you subscribe. And then after that, I'd love to know what made you keep coming back. And then after that, I'd love to know what you'd like to see next. Because, I mean, you know, I can just keep doing all the same old stuff that I've always been doing. And to me, it sort of makes it, I feel like I have a conflict in a way. Because I've got a touring bike, this Victory. I've got sort of an upright, standard slash more sport-ish bike, but still not a sport bike, which is my Hypermotard. I've got my CRF250L, which is kind of like a dirt bike. And then I've got my Honda CB550, which is a classic bike. And I know a lot of people want to see videos on the CB550, and I really need to do that. So that's coming up. But, you know, it seems like every time I go to ride it, something else needs some attention, which is okay. I don't mind wrenching on it. I mean, I've been wrenching on that bike for years. It comes with, it's a package deal. It comes with owning a cool classic bike, is that it just takes regular upkeep. Shit does not just stay together and work like it does on a motorcycle like this.
Oh, crikey, it's the Roses.
You know, pretty much any time I go in the garage, put the key in this, hit the start button, this thing fires up, and we're good to go. It's about 50% of the time that I walk into the garage, put the key into the Honda, turn on the fuel, and start kicking, and it's a crapshoot as to whether it's actually going to fire. Now, if I would actually get off my ass and, you know, kick it over every week like I'm supposed to, it would probably fire over every single time, no questions asked. Like right now, there's brake fluid seeping past the caliper O-ring, which is pretty common on an old motorcycle. But yeah, just the way the O-ring is designed, or actually it's really the way the caliper and the caliper housing are designed. It's 1970s technology. We've come so far. But yeah, so a little bit of brake fluid leaking past the seals. It turns into kind of this gummy shit that hangs onto the caliper, and then of course inevitably it gets on the brake pads and gets on the brake rotor, and suddenly you don't have any damn brakes, which is sort of what's happening right now. You know, all I gotta do is spend a couple hours, take the caliper apart, clean it up really good, inspect the O-ring, replace it if necessary, and then spend a little bit of time with some Scotch-Brite and clean off the brake pad, clean off the rotor, and put it all back together. And by the time I do that, there's really no time left to ride it. So that's probably why I haven't ridden that in a while. I had some footage of me riding it, but I wasn't vlogging, I was just riding, and it was just sort of going around the block, and it's kind of boring, so I'm not going to post that, because while my standards are pretty low, I do have some standards. Maybe that's what keeps you coming back, is my low standards. Hell, I don't know. It's my charming sense of humor. It also needs an oil change. It needs some clutch work, because the clutch slips a little bit. I still love it, though. I still love it. Anyhow, I'm rambling on about my CB550. I just want to know what you guys want to see. What can I do to make your experience more enjoyable? Just because you tell me doesn't mean I'm going to do it. If you say I want to see you ride your motorcycle into a brick wall. Well, no. That's not how this works. But if I got a whole bunch of people that only say, hey man, I'm only here for the Hypermotard vlogs, or I'm only here for the dirt, or I'm only here for the cruiser stuff. I mean, you know, that might be a decision-making time. Like I said, it may be decision-making time on my part. If I have an overwhelming demand for something that I'm not delivering, maybe I need to take a close look at what I'm doing and either fess up to the people that are really looking for that sort of content and be like, hey, I don't think I'm going to be able to come through for you on that, or say, well, that's what people want. You know, if that's what originally brought people here in the first place, and I'm not delivering, you know, I don't know, I guess you could say at the end of the day, it's my channel, it's my content, I can do what I want. And yeah, I suppose I could just abandon all those folks, but maybe we can come to some sort of peaceful agreement. Anyhow, no matter what you came here to watch, I really do appreciate that you watched. whether it was what you wanted to see or not, just kind of cool. And I also appreciate all the comments and the likes and all that stuff. Like I always say, thanks for taking this ride with me. That's what I always feel like, even though you're not talking to me. But when I have the camera on and I'm rolling and I'm talking, I mean, YouTube is with me. So that's why I always say thanks for taking this ride with me, and I mean it. Thanks, folks. So I would definitely love it if you let me know those things down in the comment section below. If you like my content and you're not subscribed, please do think about subscribing. That way we can always take rides together, like we are today. Thank you guys so much, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!